Hey guys, it's Jim with Locked and Loaded Training Center in Dublin, Texas. Today I'm going to be working on the Laser Ammo 1911 magazines. As you can see, I'm going to fill it up and you can hear it squirting out, and I'm over here tapping on it and showing you where it's squirting out at. And so we had several magazines that did this, so I just decided to let you hear it again on this one. It's not coming out of the port, it's coming out of the side, so I needed to take it apart. Didn't see where anybody on the internet has taken these apart. So I'm going to empty them out, and I'm going to go ahead and just take these apart and show you what I did to fix this. And it's just a really quick fix. Now, I got this tool off of the internet as well. It's just a valve stem removal tool. You don't have to take it out for this process, but because I was going to be hammering on the pins, I didn't want to damage anything else that could possibly be in there. So once I took that valve stem out, I found an elevated piece of wood to put the magazine on. I got my dowel pin removal tool there, the punch, and just punched out those roll pins. There's just 2 roll pins on the bottom of it. Just a couple of taps and they'll fall out. Once I got those roll pins out, I took off the bottom plate. So this bottom plate is where you fill it up at, and once it is pretty tight in there. It is held in there by an O-ring. So there's the O-ring itself. It wasn't split, it wasn't cracked, it seemed to be pretty good shape. Looked on the inside of the magazine and it didn't feel anything out of the ordinary, no burrs, nothing that would cause it to leak. So I took off the O-ring and inspected the O-ring. Didn't see anything wrong with the O-ring. It was kind of shaped in that rectangular shape it is, and then I realized it is just a regular old O-ring. So I grabbed out my dial calipers and wanted to see what size it is, just in case I need to order some from somewhere or go to Tractor Supply and figure out if I can get some locally. And it turned out, as you can see, that I'm going to say it's about a 3/4 inch. It's saying 0.7. The other one I think said 0.8. So between 0.7 and 0.8. And so it's going to be a 3/4 inch O-ring, and then I mic the thickness of it, and it turned out to be like 0.07 of an inch, 0.07 of an inch on that. So if I do go to Tractor Supply here in the next couple of days, I will see if they have anything like that, and I'll just grab a couple just in case this ever happens again. So like I said, I inspected it. I didn't find anything wrong. I put it back on, not in the exact same manner as it came off. I moved the corners of it so it was not, so it had a new roundness to it. I put it back in. It seemed to be snug. I aligned the holes with my small punch, and then I went ahead and just put those roll pins back in. Had a piece of wood that was stuck in this one. So I spent a couple of minutes trying to get the wood out. I didn't put too much effort into it. It's some of that wood shoved down into it. You might be able to see it on the video, might not, but I spent a couple of seconds trying to get that wood out, and I just tapped them right back in. Like I said, I used that punch to make sure the holes were aligned correctly, and those roll pins went right back in. Then I used the bigger punch to make sure that they were seated correctly and that I couldn't feel that they were protruding on one side or the other. I think on one of them it kind of was, so I had to go back and smack it a couple times the opposite direction just to make sure that it was flush and wouldn't cause any scarring or anything when inserted into the back into the magazine well. And then I tested it out once I got the roll pins back in and put the valve stem back into the bottom of the magazine. That kind of helps whenever you're trying to fill it up. But once I put that valve stem back into the bottom of the magazine, tightened it up, not real tight, just hand tight. Didn't put too much pressure on it. Just made sure it was tight. And then I filled it back up, and you'll hear it. Voila, fixed it. So if you have the laser ammo 1911 and your magazine starts to slightly leak from the sides, this is how I fixed it. And like I said, I'm going to go to Tractor Supply in the next couple of days, pick up some of those 3/4 inch O-rings, and keep those in stock. So if this ever happens again to any of our 1911s, we'll be able to fix it right away. And did the exact same thing on this next one. And I'll let that video play out. And thank y'all for watching.